Hi everybody, I'm Harmony and this is my channel Harmony Stitches where I talk about my crafting journey. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to hang out with me and see what I've been working on this week. I appreciate everyone watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. It just helps give me encouragement to keep going and make videos and show you what's going on over here in my crafting journey. Usually my crafting journey revolves around cross stitch. I do a lot of knitting lately, and crochet I haven't done so much this year, but that's okay. That'll come back when it's time for it to come back. So let's go ahead and talk about this week. Last Sunday I showed you that I was making the Boneyard Sweethearts hats for some littles at church. Those have been delivered, so I'm going to insert some photos here of how they turned out. I really did love the way that the finished product was. Once I put them in, I did wash them before I gave them to the kids today, and it really did help relax some of my stitches. I think some of my floats were still a little bit tight, but for the most part, like the purple one was like perfect. The green one, there was a couple spots, which I thought was odd because just from doing one already, I thought I'd relax a little bit and have it more under control. But the thing is the family's not going to notice any difference, and it's not horrible, and the kids especially aren't going to know that, oh, Miss Harmony's floats are a little tight. Let's see, I got the knitting on the second hat done on a Wednesday. So Thursday, I picked my Musselburgh hat up for another friend at church, and I did the pom-poms on Friday. So let me show you then, since the hats are done, I'll show you my progress on the Musselburgh. This is by Ysolda Teague. I'm using lolodidit in the colorway Earwax from the Quotable Dumbledore Club from a couple years ago. This is the Loriginal base. It's original with an L at the beginning, fingering weight. And this is how far I've gotten on this hat. And last time, before I started making the Halloween hats, the Boneyard Sweethearts, I did put a stitch marker in, so I'll turn it around and show you how much I got done since Thursday. Today's Sunday. So here's my stitch marker here, progress marker. I've knit all of that since Thursday. So I've almost doubled the length. I did put in another stitch marker here, this white one, just a plain stitch marker, because I measured my length and then used my row gauge, which is 9 rows per inch, and figured that I had 33 rows to go until I started the crown decreases. You know, the increase on one side, decrease on the other. And so I put that marker in so I didn't have to continually measure. So once I get up to about maybe 28 rows knit, I'll start measuring again just to see if I was accurate in my measuring and my row gauge. So, because sometimes you can mess up on measuring, right? We're human. So I am getting close. This is all of the yarn that I have left. According to the pattern, I should be about 60 yards short. So I'm just going to find another fingering weight that will coordinate with this color. And I think I'll stripe it in at the end before the crown decreases, and then use up as much of this as I want to use up all of this. So we'll see how that goes. But the thing is I want to use all of it. So I don't want to stripe in too much of another color and then have some left over when I could have just knit it in. So I'm kind of in a weird spot with that. But this yarn is supposed to be 440 yards per skein. And for the size I'm making and the gauge I have, they're estimating approximately 500 yards needed. So I'm about 60 short according to the pattern, but I don't know what that equals. So that's pretty tough. I could do some math, but I don't know. I don't know. I think I'll just keep going for a couple more rounds. I don't think that I have to worry about it just yet. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to put big stripes in. I'm thinking maybe 2 row stripes, you know, So we'll see if I end up doing that. But I will show you the result, even if I have to take a picture because, well, we'll talk about that later. So anyways. Okay, so then on to cross stitching. I said the last time I was here, the WIP Wheel, no, not the last time I was here. What day would this? Before I started the Boneyard Sweethearts hat, I spun for a WIP like I do every week, or at least I have been lately, and it came up witching hour. Well, I only got like 1 day on this before I started those hats, and I was putting all of my effort into the hat so I could get them done for Halloween. So I said that once I got the hats done, I would get back to this. I think I put about another 8 strands into it after I got those hats finished, and I'll show you where my progress is. And I think I'm going to be done working on this for this go round, just because I feel like I want to work on something different. So here is my progress. I got a lot more done on the house, and I started on the section of roof here, and I put some more strands into the tree. So not a ton of progress since the last time, but I did get a lot more of the windows and the door framed out and started on the roof. The tree is almost up to his face. So, okay, so this is stitched on 28 count antique white Monaco with the called for floss, the DMC. However, I did realize that I'm fibbing when I'm saying the called for floss, because the black color is actually supposed to be 3371, which is a deep dark brown. It's almost black, but it's still brown. I don't really like that color, so I did switch it for the black. And I think I've done that for most of my Halloween patterns for Prairie Schooler, because they call for that same color, but I just use 310. And that's okay with me. Okay, so then so since I'm setting that back into my WIP pile, I did do another WIP spin, and it did land on Memorial Day by Hands On Design. I just stitched on that for a minimum of 6 days in July, so I was not feeling that one at all. So I spun the wheel again. So I cheated a little bit, but that's my prerogative because it's my wheel. So my wheel this time around landed on Vintage Animals by Jeanette Douglas. When I saw this one, I instantly thought of my grandparents because of the walks that we used to go on up at their property and other places here in Michigan, and especially like the deer. The deer here, I don't know, it just really spoke to me, and you probably will never hear me say that again, because I just stitch things that I like or I think that would look good in our home. This one is more of a sampler style, and I don't know if it will go with anything in our home, except for the animal aspect of this chart really reminded me of my grandparents, and the flowers. And this blue flower here, my grandma's favorite color was blue, and kind of that hue of blue too. So that was really exciting when I saw that pattern. And I don't think that this is a newer pattern. I think this has been out for a while. It says 2018, and I just found it 2 years ago. So it was out for a couple of years by the time that I found it. I am stitching this on 28 count. The seller called it Dove Gray. I think Dove Gray. It's more blue, but it's perfect for this piece. For the most part, I am using the called for floss, which is, well, let's see. She used Gentle Arts, Weeks, and Classic Colorworks, so I did a DMC conversion because there's a lot of colors in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 17 different floss colors in here, so I use the DMC conversion to try to keep it more affordable. And some of them, because she used overdyes, when she converted it to DMC, she was using blends. So like, say for Pecan Pie from the Gentle Art, she used 30, 31, and 869 DMCs to make a blend. I did that. You know what? I tore it out already. I did that on this squirrel. It's a squirrel. And I did not like the way that it looked at all. And I'm sure from far away, it probably would have looked better, but just holding in my hand, I'm like, oh no, 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 no. So I took it out and I decided that I'm only using one color. I created a little cheat sheet here for myself of what the symbols are, the symbols for the blends, and then what color I chose. And this is my starting point. I have not put anything into this yet today. So I haven't had a chance to look at it, so I don't know what my goal would be for the week. I would like to get some more of the letters done, finish this, finish this, just because that's kind of how I like to stitch. I like to finish something before I move on. And I'm halfway finished with this flower. To me, they look like bleeding hearts. I'm not very good with flowers, so I'm not sure, but that's the one, the yellow. And then let's see, I should probably finish the raccoon because I have him going as well. And I think that's all that I have going right now. I don't have any of the other animals started, the raccoon and the flower. So we'll see if I can get through both of those, put in a couple more of the letters, and maybe fill out some of, I think I'm missing some colors. So maybe I'll run and get those. My local needle workshop is having a fall open house, and they opened up specially for today until I have an hour, and it takes 15 minutes to get there. So as soon as I'm done filming, I think I might run out there and see if I can get that missing floss so I can finish the flower, because I'm missing whatever I'm supposed to fill that in with. So we'll see. Okay, so that's that. So I am pretty sure that I'll finish the Musselburgh hat this week. I don't know what I'm going to pick up. I am not going to be filming next Sunday because I'm going to be away with my husband. And so I can't do things like finish my colorwork sweater or anything like that. So I might cast on some socks. I'm not really sure. So stay tuned. It'll be a surprise to both of us what I will be knitting on next. I still don't have any yarn for my daughter's sweater because we haven't picked it out. She's been busy with school. I've been busy with work and making those Halloween hats. All of my focus was on those for the last week and a half. Well, 2 weeks total, but really a week and a half. I was super excited to give them to those kids today. So I'm just looking around at all of my projects here. I'm not really sure. I have lots of sock yarn left, so I can make tons of socks. I don't have any Christmas yarn for Christmas socks. Where we're going, the internet tells me that there's a yarn shop. The yarn shop website will not load, so I'm not sure, and I can't find a Facebook page. So I'm not sure if this place actually still exists or what. So I'm going to hunt it down and see if it's still there, and if so, I might take a look to see if they have any Christmas yarn or something like that, because I don't have any yarn for Christmas socks. I think I probably said that already. But cross stitch wise, I'm going to work on vintage animals for the week. I probably will not take that with me on our little trip just because there's too much color changing. So I might pick a secondary project for the time that we're away. I believe that secondary project would be something like Jurassic Park, because there's a lot of block stitching in there. And I think I did very well with it when we were traveling for our family vacation. So I think I'll probably take that. So vintage animals I would work on for several days, and then I would pick up Jurassic Park. So, but we'll see how I feel. If I'm on a roll with it and I get to a point where, yeah, I can stitch this animal while I'm in the car or whatever, then I'll take it. But we'll just have to see how I feel at the time. So let me put this away. Again, vintage animals. I'm super excited about this and see how much I can get done. This one will take me some time. I've worked on this for, I think, 3 different settings so far. And as you can see, I'm probably just under a third done. So after this session, I should be almost 25%. And that means I have a lot to go. But it's okay. I will get it done eventually. So again, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you found something to, shoot, I have purchases down there. I'll put in a picture. So the Krynic cord that I needed for my Starry Night by the Prairie Schooler, it's Starry Night, and it's a set of 7 nativity ornaments that depict the story of the nativity. I ran out of the cording, and then COVID happened and my shop was not able to get it. They ordered it and ordered it and ordered it, and it finally came, and she surprised me with it yesterday when I stopped by for the open house. And then also a chart by, and I don't know if I'll pronounce this right, but Heinzit. And it's, I saw it on the Pumpkin Hollow Quilts last year. Her husband went to the store for her birthday and kitted up a chart because he thought it was funny. And I said, oh my gosh, my husband would think that was funny too. So I went ahead and ordered it last year. I think my order card said September 25th of 2021, and it finally came in. When she told me, oh, there's that chart back there for you, I'm like, what chart? Because I couldn't even remember ordering anything. Oh, which is fine. But it's by Heinzit, and it's called Boo, B-O-O-B, B-E-E. So when you say the name of the chart, it's Booby. And it is a bee with the face of the head of the bee is a skeleton, and there's nothing that other than the name is just a bee. It's just a play on words. It comes with a couple of beads to put on the wings, and it's really cute and small. So I have those, but I'll put in a picture in. So anyway, now that I've talked about all of those things, I hope that you found something to inspire you to either pick up a languishing WIP or to try something new, no matter what craft it is. And I hope that you enjoy your week, and I will see you on the first Sunday of the month, the first Sunday of November. What is that, the 4th? No, 4, 5, 6, the 6th, I think that is, November 6th. I think. Anyway, first Sunday of November, I will be back here, and hopefully I have lots of progress, because in between now and then I have a WIP wheel spin, and I'll have at least one knitting finish and maybe another, depending on what I pick up in between now and then. So I can't wait to share all of the news with you, and if I find that yarn shop. So have a great 2 weeks, and I'll see you later. Bye.